Hello everyone, CatWeazle here. Welcome to the channel and welcome back to our playthrough of Arkham Horror 2nd edition, where we're playing the thematic scenario Dust to Dust. Yes, we're up against Quatchel the Treader of the Dust, and his doom track's currently at 5 out of 12, so he's beginning a rumbling to the end zone and we've got to stop him. And towards that last turn, we did pretty well, and it's not often that you say that in this game. And the Mythos phase was something to be believed, and you certainly don't say that often in this game. We got exceedingly lucky. A lot of things came together, and we're able to, well, a lot of things have come together and it's given us an opportunity. And what we've got to do this turn is take that opportunity, because the next Mythos card may cause us all sorts of problems. So when this game gives you a chance, take it. And that's what we're going to try and do this particular turn. Now, I'm recording this pretty much straight after the other one. Which may seem a bit counterintuitive saying it hasn't, because I haven't got much time, but got sent home early from work today. Don't worry, nothing nothing horrible happened or anything. It was just a case of they didn't need us all day, so I've got a few extra hours. And what I've been doing, I did it last turn as well, was when I can fit a phase in, like, you know, an upkeep phase or a movement phase or whatever, I'm sort of recording it and then leaving it, and when I get a bit more time I'll do the next phase. What I normally do is obviously the full turn, but in order to save myself a bit of time, because when you're on 12-hour shifts you don't really get the time to do a full turn one after another. I'm just experimenting with doing the odd phase. You can pretty much do the upkeep and the movement phase pretty quickly. It's the Arkham encounter phase, the Otherworld encounter phase, and the Mythos phase that take a little bit of time. However, splitting it up by that means I do have to take some scraggly notes just to make sure I know where I'm up to. Because if I do a couple of phases and then, you know, I've got a couple of days where I don't actually look at the game, then I've just got to remind myself what I'd agreed to do, what I was going to do, and what I have to carry on doing. And hopefully we won't lose the thread, and I won't make any boneheaded mistakes. But we shall see, we shall see. Anyway, here we are with turn 4, and we'll get on with it. Our first player is still Tommy, who's currently in the second part of the Abyss, and he will have an immediate decision to make. So let's get over to the upkeep phase. And here we are at the upkeep phase with Tommy, who is our first player, and he's got to make the dust card decision. Except it's not much of a decision, because he's got no clues, so he's got to take a dust card. There's only 2 left. One of them will result in having to put the whole of the first deck back in the box, so we'll move on to the second deck. The other one means we will get the previously discarded cards and these all back together again. So that's the one we want. Yeah. So we've got a good one and we've got a bad one. Which one is it? We do not know. This one's going to be 1 to 3. This one's going to be 4 to 6. We're going to do a roll, baby. Oh, come on. Come on, Tommy. You can do it, mate. And we get a 6, because I always roll a 6 when I roll a single die. But is it the good one or is it the bad one? Let's have a read. Up you come. So, a weight that I'd been unaware of lifted from my shoulders that morning, and my steps were carefree and light. I was an ignorant fool to think that it was more than merely a stay of execution. Shuffle this card and any cards discarded from the first dust deck back into the deck. Yes, this is the one we wanted. Do not pass the first player token this turn. But this, And just to show you, this is the bad one. If there are any more cards left in the first dust deck, discard them and we move on to the next one. But these two and the two that we previously took go back into this deck, and we have had a stay of execution, which is great. We will do a 4-card shuffle. There we go. And these go back in the deck, and that is a great result. So our luck is continuing from last turn. Now, Tommy, what we're going to do with Tommy, we're not going to change any of these. He's going to be coming out of the abyss this turn. He's going to end up in the witch house. And he's not going to shut that gate. It's a -4 gate. And because he can't seal it, we're going to keep it open because it's a high frequency gate. And then the turn after that, we're going to look to see what he can do. But is there anything else? There was something that I did. Ah, yes. Fellow travellers. That got exhausted last turn by Norman. I have refreshed it. So that card has been refreshed because it's the upkeep phase. And I believe that's it for Tommy. So next up is going to be Zoe. And here we are with Zoe. What are we going to do with her? Well, we're not going to change any of these. I've had a slight change of plan for her, but you'll see during the movement phase what she's going to do. But where everything is, we're happy with that. We're going to keep it there. We are, however, going to exhaust the healing stone. Let's have a quick look at it. In the upkeep phase, we can exhaust to gain 1 stamina or 1 sanity. We've got to discard it if the Ancient One awakens, but he hasn't awakened yet. So we're going to exhaust it. And yes, we're going to get a stamina back. The stamina that we lost against the ghoul last turn, we've got it back. And that is pretty much it for her. And I won't spoil the surprise, but yes, she's going to do something slightly different this turn. Okay, let's move on to Agnes. And here we are with Agnes. Now it's going to be pretty straightforward for Agnes. Again, we're not going to change any of these, which is unusual for me. Normally I change these quite a lot. But I haven't been doing in this particular playthrough up until now, and we're not going to change hers now either. Again, we've got a slight change of plan for her, and you'll see that during the movement phase. But as it stands, she's perfectly fine. We're going to leave her like this, and now we're going to move on to Norman Withers. And here we are with Norman. Again, all of this is going to stay the same. However, his plan's going to stay the same, which was he's going to come out at Independence Square if he can, because he's going to cast Find Gate, and we're going to do that during the movement phase. But as regards all of his stuff here, we're going to keep them the way they are, and he is ready to rock and roll. So that's it for the upkeep phase. Let's get on with the movement phase. Here we are at the movement phase, and here we are with our first player, who is Tommy. Tommy is at the abyss, but he's going to come out of the abyss, and he's going to go to the witch house. So he's come out of the gate, at the witch house. There's no warlock waiting for him. There's no crawling one, because we managed to get rid of those last term. Well, the Silver Twilight Lodge members very kindly got rid of them for us last turn, and that is just funky. Okay, after Tommy, it's going to be Zoe. And here we are with Zoe. Now, what we were going to do with Zoe is we were going to send her over in that direction to the graveyard. But in fact, we're going to send her to the Dreamlands. She has only got 4 law. She's only got 4 fight. And that's what you close a gate with. So rather than have Agnes use her massive 7 law on a +1 gate, we'll use Zoe instead. So she's got 4 movement, which is 4 movement points. So that's 1, 2 to the Merchant District, and 3 to the Unvisited Isle. It's not guarded, so she should be able to just breeze in there very shortly. Okay, so that is it for Zoe. Next up, it is Agnes. And here we are with Agnes in the curiosity shop. So what we're going to do with her, she's not actually going to go in a gate, but we're going to move her nearer to a gate. The Abyss gate down at the witch house that Tommy's just come out of is a -4 gate. So we're going to send her through that one because she's got 7 law. And that means she'll get 3 dice to try and shut what is a very difficult gate. So she's the person to shut difficult gates. And unfortunately, she can't make it the whole way. It would cost her 5 movement. She can only rustle up 4, I'm afraid. So what she's going to do, she's going to stop off somewhere during the way. She's going to go 1 to Northside, 2 to the Merchant District, 3 to Rivertown, and she's going to pop in the general store. She's still got $3, and she may be able to pick up a weapon, a physical weapon. Remember, the Immortals, they're all magic immune. So if we get a good physical weapon, I'm not so sure we're going to get a good one for $3, but we might get something like an axe or something like that. It'll just, you know, it'll help. A cavalry sabre, something like that. And there are other helpful things that you can get in the general store. You can sometimes get clues and stuff through manuscripts or what have you. So we'll just bob in there. We've got to go somewhere while we're on our way to the witch house. So that's where she's going to go. Okay, that is it for Agnes. Next up, it's Norman. And here we are with Norman. What we'd normally do here is he would move to the second part of Unknown Kadath. But we want to get him back to Independence Square. And he has Find Gate. So we're going to use this. Casting modifier of -1. He's got a sanity cost of 1. And on the movement phase, he can cast an exhaust to immediately return to Arkham from another world. So we're going to try that. He has got a law of 5, -1 is going to be 4 dice. So let's pick up 4 dice, including that 6 we rolled right at the beginning of the turn. And let's see if you can do it. Come on, Norman. We're counting on you, mate. A 5 or a 6. Oh, he's cocked up. And we can't spend a clue. No. And that does cost him a sanity as well. Oh, that is horrendous. Appalling. So that didn't work. And I was really counting on that working. All those dice. And we can't really spend a clue because we want to seal the gate. Oh. Cobblers. If it'd been a single dice, I'd have probably got that. Oh, you've let us down, Norm. Oh, dear me. Unfortunately, he's made a balls of casting Find Gate, and we're in a pickle. That's this game all over, though. We had a really good turn last turn, and yeah, it gets us back. Bites us in the bum, and yeah, he's failed to cast that. He can still move, so he is going to move over here, and because casting Find Gate is not instead of movement, it's just to try and get us out of another world, really, which we have failed to do. So that is a real blow, massive blow. So all of that progress we made last Mythos phase, we've pretty much lost it. Oh, damn it. Right, that's the end of the movement phase. Next up is the Arkham encounter phase. Here we are at the Arkham encounter phase, and we're back with Tommy, who is in the Sunny Witch House. So that is the French Hill Streets deck. We'll do a cut, like we have been doing, and let's see what we get. The Witch House. Make a luck -1 check. Well, they're not messing around here. Just let's make a check. His luck is 4, so he's got 3 dice. We're not going to use any of those dice we just used because they let us down. They let us down badly. Is there anything else that helps? I don't think so. No. So, come on, Tommy. You can do it. And he gets 2 successes because he's Tommy Muldoon. Good lad. Showing Norman how to do it. So we've passed that. If you pass, you find a dusty chest in an old closet. Draw 1 common item. What we need here is something very funky. So we'll do a cut here. And come on, a weapon, baby. That's what we want. Finger of power. Weapon. Handcuffs. Oh, he's found somebody's S&M gear in the closet. Any phase. Exhaust before making a combat check against a cultist, chocho, ghoul or maniac to automatically pass that check and gain 1 sanity. How rubbish is this? 1, we don't have any cultists because we took them out. I think we've got a chocho. We've obviously got a ghoul. We've seen a ghoul. And we might have some maniacs in there. But yeah, this is pants. Handcuffs. Rubbish. So we'll give him that. Pop that onto his player tray. And alright, he should have handcuffs anyway. He's a bloody cop. Oh, it's not going well, is it? Not going well, is it, kids? Oh, we could have done with a weapon there. Okay, anyway, that's Tommy. At least nothing bad happened. Nothing bad happened. Right, let's move on to Zoe. And Zoe is at the Unvisited Isle. And here we are with Zoe at the Unvisited Isle, but she's not there for long because she's going to the Dreamlands. So she goes through the gate up to the Dreamlands. So we'll see her very shortly during the Otherworld encounter phase. Next up, it's Agnes. She's at the general store. And here we are with Agnes. And I've just noticed something. Now I've come to play this. Is she's only got $2. I thought she had 3, but I was looking at Zoe. I've done this before. I've looked at the wrong bloody tray. And yes, she's only got $2. So it's not worth really doing the shop because there's not very much that actually costs less than $2. $2 or less. $3, you know, there's a few things we can pick up, like the axe. I think the axe is $3, for example. But for $2, we're struggling. So I think we can still get a common item, though, or money, if you look at these little symbols, by just doing a normal encounter. And to be honest, at the Curiosity Shop and the General Store and the Ye Olde Magic Shop, we don't really often do a normal encounter. So let's do a normal encounter and hope we get something good. So here we are. It's the Rivertown deck. And we'll do a cut as we have been doing. Save time. And we will read the general store. A strange cloaked man comes into the store and buys some things, paying with weathered old gold coins. Asking the shopkeeper about them, you learn some things about the weird goings on in town. Gain a clue token. So, there we go. Not too bad. We got a clue token. And always useful. She's going to have to start spending some of these, though, on sealing gates. But at least she should be able to get into the witch house next turn. Okay, that is it for Agnes Baker. And that is it for the Arkham encounter phase. And here we are with Zoe. She's in the first part of the Dreamlands. Any colour will do. So we get the huge unwieldy deck. And I won't put it down because it means I can't pick them up again properly. I'll just do a cut. And we'll just go from here. So we've got a yellow. And we've actually got a Dreamlands encounter right on the top. So how funky is that? Pass a luck -1 check. We're doing a lot of luck checks. Her luck is 2. I'm just checking she's not getting extra luck from anything else. No, she isn't. So we're just going to be rolling a single die. So what we want here is a CatWeazle special and a 6. Come on. A 2. We failed. Are we going to spend a clue token? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. We're going to spend 1 clue token, only because she's got 7, and we only need 5 to close a gate. So we are going to give it a go and roll another one. Come on, a success! Damn it! A 1. It's getting even worse. Right, we spent a clue token. We've given it our best shot. We'll just carry on, find out what the bad news is. To be permitted an audience with King Kuranes. He tells you of many things of importance in the Dreamlands. Gain 2 clue tokens. That'd have been fabulous. But we didn't pass. So we get Rock All. But Rock All is better than something bad. Okay, so that's it for that. And that's it for her Otherworld encounter. Our next Otherworld encounter is with Norman, even though he should have been closing a gate. But no, he's stuck in the second part of Unknown Kadath. So let's go and see Norman. And here we are with Norman. We need a red or a yellow. We've already cut these, so we'll just carry on. That is a green. That's no good. That is a green, which is no good. That is a blue, which is no good. That is a red. Oh, and we've got Unknown Kadath as well. Through the whirling blizzard on the night face of this nightmare peak swirls around you, you grasp tightly to the object of your desires. Make a will -1 check. Will -1. He's got a will of 2, but he does have psychology. And we add +1 to each die for the purposes of successes. So he's going to roll 1. Going to roll 1 dice, but he is going to be able to add 1 to it. Come on, Norman. You're not having a very good turn. We need you to pull it out of the bag, mate. A 6. That is how you do it. Why didn't we do that before? So he has passed. If you fail, lose 1 sanity and 2 stamina. Well, we didn't fail. If you succeed, draw a unique item. Yes! Unique item deck. Let us do a cut. Needless to say, you know what we want. We want an Elder Sign. Come on. We do not get an Elder Sign. We get another tome. Tomes are normally pretty crappy. Livre Divan. Tome. Movement. Exhaust and spend 2 movement points to make a law -2 check. If you pass, search the spell deck for a spell of your choice and take it. Then discard Livre Divan and lose 2 sanity. If you fail, nothing happens. Well, this is pretty good. We will try this eventually. Can't try it in another world because movement points don't count. But as soon as we get out, we will try this. And we'll have a look through the spell deck for something especially funky. So that could well be worth it. Get a really expensive spell that's really good. And let's see if it'll really help us in the game. So this is one of the tomes that's really good, actually. And it's, as you can see, it's a Kingsport card. And yes, things seem to be looking up for Norman. So we'll put that in his player tray. Great stuff. That's it for Norman. That's it for the Otherworld encounter phase. Yep, that means only one thing. It's the laugh and the chuckle phase. And here we are, the laugh and chuckle phase. So, first things first, a laugh and chuckle card. What do we get? Ooh, come on. we've got a gate at the woods. This is why I needed Norman to get to Independence Square and close that bloody gate, because now we've got 6 gates open. Ah, what a nightmare. Plus I've got to move all my stuff because I had it all over the woods. So that is going to be another doom token, which puts us up to 6. But that's not our major problem. Our major problem is we have 6 gates open. As soon as we get 7 gates open, that's it. It's all over. And, oh, dear me. This is bad. Okay, let's see what the gate is. We've got a lurker gate as well. Just for chucks. Brilliant. And relay, which is a -3 gate. And that symbol, if you fail to shut it, if you try to shut it and you fail, you get devoured, which is nice. But if you do shut it, at least you can get rid of some plus monsters. So there you go. So we've got a gate to Relia in the woods. That means we had a monster. Well, let's see what we get down here. Let's get right to the bottom of the bag. Get something good, I hope. Come on. You there, you'll try to escape. What are you? I should have let you escape. You're a Shoggoth. Shoggoth. Bad news. -1. We've got a lot of monsters on the board that are quite easy to sneak past. It's a diamond monster, and you see the reason why it's easy to sneak past. It's physically resistant. It's got nightmarish 1, which means if you face it, you're guaranteed to lose a sanity. Horror check, -1, or you lose 3 sanity. -1 on the combat check as well, or you lose 3 stamina. And it's got 3 toughness. Shoggoths are bad news. It's a red bordered monster, and what that means, it means it's fast. So if it moves, it will move twice. And what a pain in the bum. Didn't need that. We did not need that at all. Right, so we've put that on the board. We get a clue. The clue appears at the Historical Society. Oh, there's a couple of clues there. Could be worth picking those up. Perhaps Tommy could go and pick those up. And then he'd have 2 clues in order to get rid of the dust deck, wouldn't he? But talking of the dust deck, we've got our friend the Warlock here, so we've got to roll for him, haven't we? See if he comes back on the board. Right. Fall into bits, me dice tower. So what we don't want is a 1 or a 2. Come on. We get a 5. Excellent. So he doesn't come back on the board. So, you stay there, chum. Monster movement. Oh, we've got circle monster. But that means that our friend, I had a really clever idea for the Wizard Whately as well. And unfortunately, because of Norman, I wasn't able to do it. But we've looked out. This is a bit of luck. Circles move on white, which is great because that means the Wizard Whately moves away from that vortex. He moves to the village commons, which is a piece of luck for us. Have we got any more circular monsters? Yes, we have the Mygo. So it's going to fly around looking for anybody in a street location. There are no investigators in street locations, so it's going to go back to the sky. Let's check for anything else. I don't think there are any more circles. No. Diamond. We've got diamond movement. So we've just got that Shoggoth, and we've got square movement. I don't think we've got any squares, but we do have the diamond. He's going to move twice on black, so that's going to take him into Uptown and then into Southside. Now we can't pick those clues up because we've got a Shoggoth in the way. But at least it's moved away from the gate. that nice devouring gate that we may well just leave. At least it's covering a very high frequency location. Right, okay, because we've had monster movement, we get a rift. Oh yeah, we're going to have to send somebody down to deal with these rifts as well. And let's see, what is it? Oh, it's Water Street again. 607 Water Street again. So at least they're all staying in Harbourside. What am I talking about? No, we've got one in South Shore. We've got Neil's Curiosity Shop in South Shore. And it fills up the top of the second rift track. So the bottom rift and the middle rift both have 2 on them. Yeah, I think we're going to have to get Tommy down there to get rid of those. We don't want a rift coming out. That'll just be a pain. Right, so we've done that. Now we can move on to private security hired in Uptown. Oh, I don't believe it. Remember how lucky we got last time? And it was the French Hill Streets and we got rid of the crawling one and the warlock. Because of that monster movement, that bloody Shoggoth moved into Southside. So it's no longer in Uptown. All monsters in the Uptown streets or locations are returned to the cup. But it's speeded out. So this is an example of what normally happens when you get one of these cards and you don't get rid of any monsters whatsoever. And to additionally take the piss out of us, that Shoggoth was in Uptown and then it just got a bit of monster movement and zoomed out. The pig. Okay, right. That's Arkham Horror showing us like, you thought you were really clever last time, didn't you? Well, I'll get you back. So, unfortunately, we didn't get rid of the Shoggoth. We put the deck back in there. And yes, where are we up to? We've got a problem. We have got a problem because we've got 6 gates open. One more gate opens, then it's game over. And Quattrolateus wakes up. We're not doing the final battle because it's pointless, and it'll be the end of the game. But if next turn we get a monster surge, i.e. tries to open on one of the gates that's already open, that'll be fine. Norman is definitely coming out of Unknown Kadath next turn, so he will get to the Independence Square. He's just got to shut that gate. He'll have 4 dice to shut it, but he just has to shut it and he has to seal it, because that could be our last chance. That could be our last chance, because even though we've got all the high frequency gates in Arkham covered, which helps, so the Woods, the Witch House and the Unvisited Isle have all got a gate on them, and the Black Cave doesn't. That's another high frequency gate. So there's always a possibility that'll get a gate. But we've also got Wizard's Hill up in Dunwich. And Wizard's Hill, yeah, there's quite a few cards with Wizard's Hill on as a gate. So yeah, the 2 that we do not want are Black Cave and Wizard's Hill. Either one of those coming out next turn will do us. I mean, they can open at places like the Science Building, the Silver Twilight Lodge and Hibbs Roadhouse. But generally, they don't come up so much. They come up, but not so much. The ones to really worry about for us at the moment are the Black Cave and Wizard's Hill. Just have to hope that they don't come out. We'll have to hope that one of the... If we don't shut Independence Square, we're just going to have to hope that we get a monster surge next turn, or something else happens whereby, yeah, we get a rumour. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Get a rumour, don't get a gate opening. We have something else to worry about. But as it stands, we are now walking the tightrope. The single turn of a card could do for us. If we do not shut one of these gates that's already open, then a single turn of a Mythos card could end the game. And, you know, we'd been playing pretty well. But in this scenario, I didn't think it'd be gates opening that would do for us. But it's looking that way. So, be a bit of a nail biter next turn. Other than that, I don't think there's anything much to talk about. Poor old Norman. You know, he tried find gate. He rolled 4 dice. We should have really passed, but we didn't. And he's going to have to come out next turn and hopefully what I was hoping he would do this turn and shut Independence Square. But, yeah. We have got, if we can shut Independence Square, we've got Zoe in the Dreamlands. She can get back, shut the Unvisited Isle. She'll have 5 dice for that. So really, her and Norman should shut those 2 gates. Shut and seal them. We just have to cross our fingers, hope they do it. And that will give us a bit of breathing space. Agnes, she's now in striking distance of getting in the Witch House gate. It's still not guarded, so she can get in there. And even though it's a -4 gate, she has 7 law, so even she'll have 3 dice to shut that gate. We can send Tommy out and about. We'll probably have to send him down to Kingsport, deal with these rifts. I think we can let the good old Wizard Whately stew. He's gone into the village commons, and that's great. Except that if we do get circular monster movement, it doesn't matter whether it's black or white, it will send you into a vortex. So we got away with his monster movement this turn. If we get circle movement next turn, he goes in a vortex, and there's nothing we can do about it. But we have Norman has a funky plan. If he can get out, and if he can shut that gate, we can deal with the Wizard Whately. I'll let you guys work out what that is. But yeah, I was hoping to, what it was, this funkiness that I haven't told you about. I was hoping to amaze you all with my tactics and strategy, but unfortunately, I didn't roll the dice very well, and we didn't get find gate, and we didn't get back to Independence Square. C'est la vie, c'est la vie. Okay, so not as good a turn as last turn, but to be honest, you won't get many turns like last turn in this game. So we'll call it a day there. That is it for episode 4 of Dust to Dust. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the likes and the dislikes, and for all the subscriptions. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the help and support. Anybody who's been across to Board Game Links to upvote the site, or Board Game Geek to upvote the videos, or, you know, drop Geek Gold, make comments. Thank you so much. If you've spotted any errors, please let me know, and I will do my best to sort those out for the next turn. But if I don't, you know, that's just the way it is. And I'm sort of stealing time here, there, and everywhere just to do a quick phase here and there. So it may be that I do miss the odd thing. But if you can fix things, then I shall do so. Okay, I think that is it. I don't think there's anything else. So all that leaves is for me to bid you all good evening. And that is it from CatWeazle. Toodaloo.